This is 3 News Daily.
Hello and welcome back to 3 News Daily on this Wednesday, December 21st. I'm Stephanie Haney, and we start today in Columbus, where police have issued a be on the lookout alert for 5 states for a missing 5-month-old boy. The alert is for Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania. On Monday, the car that he and his twin brother were inside was taken after their mom left them inside with the car running while she went into a pizza shop. One of the twins was found in the parking lot at the Dayton International Airport, but baby Kassan Thomas is still missing. Police addressed the woman suspected of taking the car and children in a press conference.
First, I want to make a plea. Nyla Jackson, I plead to you. Please return Kassan Thomas. We thank you for returning Kyair. You've already shown us you can do the right thing. We're begging you to please return Kassan.
Now, police are also looking for Nyla Jackson. She was last seen at a Huber Heights gas station. This is a developing story, and we'll keep you updated with any details as we learn them. And an investigation is underway into cars stolen from a car dealership in Geauga County. Take a look at this police dash cam video. Chesterland police officers attempted to chase 3 stolen vehicles driving at high speeds, but they had to call the chase off for safety when the speeds started to top 100 miles per hour. They've since passed off the investigation to the Geauga County Sheriff's Office. The cars were stolen from the Junction Auto family dealership on Mayfield Road. Those vehicles were a white Dodge Challenger Scat Pack, a granite Dodge Challenger Hellcat, and a Jeep Cherokee Trackhawk. Meanwhile, Metro Health's Executive Vice President and Chief Administrative Officer Jane Platten has announced her departure. She'll be leaving the health system at the end of the year. A Metro Health spokesperson confirms that the decision was made by mutual agreement, going on to say that they are making organizational changes for the new year. Now, this comes after another board member has resigned, citing health reasons, but also saying he disagreed with the firing of former CEO Dr. Akram Boutros over accusations that he gave himself almost $2 million in unauthorized bonuses. Dr. Boutros has filed multiple legal challenges against Metro Health and says that he did nothing wrong. Now, this morning, the city of Cleveland held a press conference to discuss how they're preparing for the cold, wind, and snow coming our way that our meteorology team has been warning us about. Betsy Kling tells us Friday morning it is going to be bad. Very cold, very windy, and snow will come down. So to handle this, officials say that the city will begin to treat all main and secondary streets tomorrow night at around 11 p.m. Cleveland airport officials are asking travelers to come prepared with a backup plan, as over 400,000 passengers are expected to travel this holiday season. Our own Neil Fisher has been on the weather story this week, and he'll tell us more about holiday travel tonight in our newscasts and online. Now, as the storm gets closer, first responders and electric companies are doing everything they can to prepare themselves and customers in case of any significant power outages. Here's Neil with more on that.
We pride ourselves on being prepared.
From first responders to First Energy, citizens and customers are being put first as the winter storm approaches.
Obviously, we can't, prevent outages from happening, but we are doing a lot of work to minimize their impact.
The biggest threat to power during the winter season are high winds, heavy snow, and ice.
Those are the elements that can build up on our equipment or on tree branches and cause them to fall and, damage the equipment.
Lauren Saburkis from First Energy says in other storms, they can receive support from other utility companies. But those utilities are holding on to their resources. Saburkis tells me sometimes power isn't restored for minutes, hours, or even days.
A lot of times we're not able to get our customers back up and running immediately because we have to go out and address all the hazards, such as the down poles, the down power lines, make the area safe for the public and our crews, and then we can get back in there and start making the repairs.
First responders are cautioning residents to have their smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors working. Firefighters are prepared, as many use candles, stoves, or an oven to keep warm. But Parma firefighter TJ Martin says no matter how cold it is, there's nothing more dangerous than an open flame.
One of the things that a lot of people are doing when the electricity does go down is they're relying on backup generators. If you have a backup generator, that's all great, but make sure that generator is outside so the exhaust is outside.
Thank you for that, Neil. First Energy says crews won't be able to work out of their bucket trucks if winds are above 40 miles per hour. So as of now, we're expected wind gusts to reach up to 60 miles per hour. And that could mean that if your power goes out, you might have to wait a little bit longer than usual for it to come back on. Now, if you or someone you know needs a warm place to stay when these freezing temperatures hit, there are places you can go across Northeast Ohio, and some of them will be open 24/7. The Lutheran Metropolitan Ministry Men's Shelter on Lakeside Avenue is one of those places. Once those temperatures hit around 50 degrees, organizers say they'll extend normal operating hours so people can stay warm. In Akron, the Summit Lake Community Center will be open from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., and then the emergency overnight shelter on East Vora Street will be open from 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. Those hours are good from the morning of Friday, December 23rd through the morning of Tuesday, December 27th. And that brings us to our question of the day. In preparation for the winter storm coming this week, we want to know, how are you adjusting your holiday travel plans for the weather? You can post your comment to the WKYC Facebook page and also in the 3 What's New Facebook group, and we'll talk about it during What's New at 4 o'clock. Now, the Browns will not be traveling this weekend. They are playing at home again on Saturday against the New Orleans Saints. And if you can believe it, even at 6-8, the Browns still have a 1% chance of getting into the playoffs, a whole 1% chance. Our sports analyst Ben Axelrod broke down how they can do it on WKYC.com. They need to snag one of 3 AFC wildcard spots to do it. So in order to make that happen, they have to win out this season and beat the Saints, the Washington Commanders, and the Steelers. Any loss, and they are out. That would give the Browns 9 wins, and they also need to finish with a better record than the Chargers and the Dolphins, who each have 8 wins already, and the Patriots and the Jets with 7 wins each already. So you can do the math there. They can't do a lot of winning. And here's the kicker. The Ravens, Chargers, and Patriots cannot all 3 win this week. Neither can the Ravens, Chargers, and Dolphins, because if either of those things happen, it's over. Browns fans should also root against the Jaguars and the Raiders because they're ahead for those wild card spots right now. Now, before we go, let's give you a lottery update. Let's talk more about winning. Nobody hit the $465 million Mega Millions jackpot yesterday, so that prize has now shot up to $510 million. The cash option is now at $266.8 million. And it could grow because the next drawing is on Friday at 11 p.m. Now I have 3 more tickets left in my Powerball experiment to see if it pays to play, so that's what I'm playing tonight. The Powerball jackpot is now at $170 million. We'll see what happens there. One more thing to let you know before we go. I just saw this. Amazon has relaunched its Thank a Driver program. They relaunched it today because it was so popular last time. So if you've got an Alexa device, you want to send your delivery driver an extra $5 tip, go ahead and tell your Alexa device, "Thank my driver," and Amazon will pay that $5 tip to your driver for as long as this promotion lasts. All right, that's it for our 3 News Daily today here at WKYC. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you back tomorrow with more of your top stories from Northeast Ohio.